Why did the Renaissance explorers and voyagers need to find new sea routes? After all, people like Marco Polo had already traveled by land to India and China already. The problem of finding new sea routes all began with Constantinople. Constantinople was the imperial capital since Constantine the Great, after whom it was named. When king of the Ottoman Turks Muhammad II, later called as Muhammad the Conqueror, ascended the throne, he was just 19 years old. The Christian powers did not consider this youth a threat to their empire at all. Muhammad's rulership on the Ottoman Turks had one sole purpose: to conquer Constantinople. And that he did. Often called the greatest siege of history, a 21-year-old ruler led the Turks to victory against the Byzantine. In the 53-day-long war, the Byzantines were completely outnumbered by the Turks. The army defending Constantinople had about 7,000 men, a measly number compared to Muhammad's 50,000. The Byzantines tried to ask for help, but centuries of war against Eastern and Western Europe turned out to be bad for the continent, after all. Communication was slow and support was negligible. As expected, Muhammad emerged victorious. Muhammad gave the Turks 3 days to plunder the whole place, and whatever they took was theirs. After the 3 days were over, he ordered his men to stop and let the Christians who had avoided capture return to their homes, if they had any still standing. The people who returned would not be asked any further questions and could continue to live among the Turks. The fall of in Constantinople was an important turning point in history that effectively ended the Roman Empire, something that had lasted 1,500 years. Now back to the Renaissance. Voyagers had to find new sea routes to trade with the East because of the fall of Constantinople. It was an important stop on the land route. They almost had a monopoly on trade until Bartholomew Diaz landed in the southern part of Africa on the 3rd of February 1488 and named it the Cape of Good Hope because it gave the Europeans hope that that all was not lost and they could still figure out a way to trade. Then Vasco da Gama came around and made the first sea voyage to India, landing in Calicut in July of 1498.